I never thought a joke could feel like a betrayal, but the day she casually mentioned her work husband, something inside me shifted. She laughed while saying it, brushing it off as harmless office humor, and insisted it meant absolutely nothing. I nodded, pretending to be okay, but the words stayed with me long after the conversation ended. At first, I tried to convince myself I was overreacting. People use strange terms these days, and maybe I was just being insecure. Still, every time her phone buzzed late at night or she smiled at a message she didn't explain, my chest tightened. I trusted her, but trust becomes fragile when doubt is fed little by little. Over the next few weeks, the phrase kept resurfacing in my mind. She talked about how supportive he was at work, how he just got her, and how they made the job bearable together. Each comment was small on its own, yet together they formed a picture I couldn't ignore. I started feeling like a background character in my own relationship. When her birthday approached, I had already planned something special. A quiet dinner at her favorite place, a gift she'd mentioned months ago, and a surprise that took real effort to arrange. Normally, planning her birthday made me happy, but this time it felt heavy, like I was trying to prove something that shouldn't need proving. One night, I finally asked her again about the work husband. She sighed, clearly annoyed, and told me I was making a big deal out of nothing. She said it was just a label, a joke everyone at the office used, and that I should trust her. Her words were calm, but they didn't comfort me. That was when I realized the real problem wasn't the man at her office, but how easily my feelings were dismissed. I wasn't angry. I was hurt. Instead of fighting or demanding reassurance, I did something quieter. I cancelled all her birthday plans without telling her. It wasn't meant to be revenge. I just felt exhausted and strangely numb. I told myself that if I didn't matter enough to be heard, then maybe my effort didn't matter either. The reservation was cancelled, the gift put away, and the surprise abandoned. On her birthday, she woke up cheerful and excited, expecting the day we had talked about. As the hours passed, confusion replaced a smile. She kept checking her phone, asking what time we were leaving, and I kept giving vague answers until she finally asked what was going on. When I told her there were no plans, her face fell. She asked why I hadn't said anything, why I would do this to her. For the first time, I saw genuine hurt in her eyes, and it mirrored exactly how I had been feeling for weeks. I explained everything then, calmly and honestly. I told her how insignificant I had felt, how that joke made me question my place in her life, and how being brushed off hurt more than the term itself. My voice didn't shake, but my hands did. She listened in silence, something she hadn't done before. When I finished, she admitted she hadn't realized how deeply it affected me. The work husband label suddenly didn't sound so harmless to her anymore. She apologized, not just for the words, but for ignoring my feelings. We didn't celebrate her birthday that day. Instead, we sat together and talked longer than we had in months. It wasn't perfect, and it didn't fix everything instantly, but it was honest. Sometimes it takes losing something small to understand what truly matters.